Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Today is Thursday, May 8th, 2025. It's just after 6 o'clock, 6:02 in the morning. Had a couple technical difficulties. Apologies for that. We're usually a couple minutes before 6, but here we are a couple minutes after 6 today. So good morning, fellow humans. And when I say that, what do I mean? I mean colorful nuts, Huemonds, colorful nuts. And I think that's a good, safe way for us to think of ourselves, not take ourselves too seriously, not take life too seriously. It's a gift. It's a gift. It's not a burden. So, yeah, as Mark Wahlberg would say in The Martian. Yeah, and yeah. Okay, cool. So here we are. No, not Mark Wahlberg. Why do I keep saying Mark Wahlberg? It's a guy from Goodwill Hunting. Okay, morning, Matticus von Atticus. How are things out there at Pratt? Is everything good? Did your roommate make it back in time? Mm-hmm. Okay, we shall see. Okay, so we have a show today. No, not a show. We have our usual podcast coming together to help work through this experience of life. And the theme of today is, will it get easier? And that is from Darren Hardy. We're going to put that in red letter down below. We'll talk about that in a second. That is the basketball coach, female basketball coach. I think we have it in the notes down below. Let's just see. Well, I'm pretty sure we have it in here somewhere. But it doesn't get easier. What happens is you get better. Each of us get better in handling more difficult things. All quiet on the southern front. Good. Okay, good. So, does it get easier? Will it get easier? That's the question today. But let's see what advice from an 80-year-old. Always accept an outstretched hand. Always accept an outstretched hand. That's kind of a tough one. You know, from our everyday existence, our ego, pride, lack of humility get in the way. As I know, F that person. When I say F, I spell it EFF. F that person. I'm not shaking their hand, but in the big picture, does it matter? Does it matter? Whatever the private griefs are in the big picture, probably don't matter. Probably don't matter. Now, would Jesus accept the outstretched hand of a unclean spirit? No, I doubt it. I think he'd say, get out of that person. Right? So, but we don't really experience that in life. So we're not saying an outstretched hand from an evil spirit, other unclean spirit is going to want to shake our hand. So we're not going to get into that. So it's probably pragmatically okay to always accept an outstretched hand, because in the big picture, it doesn't really matter. Focus on moving forward in a positive way. And so let's see what else. Oh, good morning, Miss Trinkle, wherever you are. Good morning, Miss Trinkle, wherever you are. Burk. I don't know why I make that sound, but I guess it's an automatopoeia. Where is Diana? Where is Watnata Well, in Fort Jacks, it's 9 o'clock. Watnata is at work. Cool. Great. Okay, what else do we have on our worksheet? Again, this is day 4, week 3 of our neuroscience-oriented approach to success. This week it's outside my skull-sized kingdom. Metaphorically would be, okay, I know I'm going on this journey. I'm excited, I'm pumped, I'm anxious. I've built a nice boat to do that. The boat is big enough to go through the tough times, the rough times. It's big enough to have a lot of supplies. It's big enough to have a lot of treasure. There's one thing missing, though. I need a crew. I can't handle this big ship, especially through the tough times it can face, alone. I need other people. Right. So, yeah, I need other people to help me with my boat. So, how do I attract other good, dependable people? And that's what we're learning about this week. On Monday, David Logan said, we're all members of tribes. Tribes are people like us. Our church tribe, our work tribe, our favorite team tribe, our favorite musician or actor tribe. We're all part of tribes. Tribe is a group of people up to 150. So it's not just a small, like, oh, well, those 6 people are a tribe. No, that's not quite a tribe. But so we're all members of tribes. That's what humans do. So David Logan, USC professor, says, join a tribe, nudge it forward. If you want to get people on your ship, get people to help you do what you want to have done, join a tribe, nudge it forward. Join a tribe, nudge it forward. So nudging is like this. Come on, homie, let's go. It's not pushing. It's not manipulating. It's nudging it forward. Get people to want to do what you say. Hey, here's a better way. Tuesday, Seth Godin talks about, well, how do you nudge? So Seth Godin gives a 4-step process. 4-step process. Find part of the status quo to change. You've got to change something if you want to nudge people in a different direction. Find something to change. Hey, my boat is a better course, better action. Find something to change. Tell a compelling story. Connect the true believers. Find the people who believe your story and then lead them. Boom, simple. But the hard part is, how do you tell a compelling story, which we learned yesterday from Simon Sinek. Compelling story is simply why we need to change the status quo, why we need to do this, not what we're going to do, not how we're going to do it, why we need to change the status quo. The status quo is, my life sucks. I'm bored. I'm tired. I'm missing something. I need a little bit of dopamine shot. Oh, there's a garage sale over there. Huh. Wow. Okay. Cool. It looks like a cool garage sale. Friendly people. A lot of stuff. Wow. Nice, neat yard. All of the things that are needed for a garage sale. Wow. Cool. Yeah. So how do you change the status quo? So, well, step 1, we'll fix that in editing. Okay, so the compelling story is about why we need to change the status quo. My life is missing something right now, and I'm looking for a deal. And garage sale. Cool. I'll go over there. Why? To feel better. There's great bargains here. Friendly people. We get to sing praise or praise the Lord. Okay, that's why we need to change the status quo. Not what, garage sale, not how, good deals. It's why we need to change the status quo. Boom. So, and now today, so Simon Sinek, we learned how to tell a compelling story. The story is about why we need to change the status quo. I haven't bought anything from a garage sale recently, and that looks compelling. That's the what and how. Okay, now today, we're going to take a little side turn. Today is about the magical science of storytelling. This is what all good storytellers do. They get you emotionally involved. They release neurotransmitters in your brain. So David Phillips talks about that. And so he says, here's what you need to do. You need to think of your stories, and then you need to match up the neurotransmitters that they release. So endorphins we learned about last week, laughing. So you want to tell a funny story, you're going to release endorphins. Dopamine, anticipation, what comes next, intrigue in the story, cliffhanger, what's going to happen next. Oxytocin, something either sad, but a human experience type of thing that gets the emotion. Sadness, happiness, true happiness, like I was in despair and somebody came along and they helped me. Heroism, or cortisol, if you want to go negative on people, scare people into doing something not what we would advise, because it's probably not on the Jedi end of using the Force, it's more like on the Sith. So David Phelps says, okay, think of your stories. What's the neurotransmitter? Match them up, so kind of catalog them, and then choose the story that I need. Why? I don't get it. What's this all about? Well, the basic idea in life, the way it kind of works is, if I see the world the way you see the world, that's bonding. We're bonded. We see the world the same way. If you want somebody to do what you want them to do, you want them to see the world the way you see it, right? If you want them to do something, not if, I'm not sure if I should do this. Well, I don't really know that I want you to see the world the way I see it. I think what I want is you to help me see if I see the world clearly. Maybe you see it better than I see it, right? Maybe you see the world better than I see the world. So in that instance, it's bonding in a different way. But the idea of magical science of storytelling is, before you tell them the story, you want to bond with people so they see the world the way you see it. This is not manipulation. This is just how it works. This is the positive way. You're not manipulating people or trying to be effective, and you want people to see the world the way you do. So you tell a story. It's the pre-story. It's the booster rocket. So he says, anyway, that's what we do. So if you want to get people to get on your boat, before you tell them the story, before you do the compelling story of why they should be on your boat, you get them to like you, to want to be bonded with you, right? This is just human nature. This is just how it is, people. We all know this on one level. If people like you, they're more inclined to do things with you than if they don't like you. Oh, I don't like that guy. I don't care what he says. I don't like him. Now that brings to mind something that Abraham Lincoln said, very astute. I don't know if he was president at the time. I kind of think he might have been a lawyer or just a congressman. He said, I don't like that guy. I need to get to know him better. I don't like that guy. I need to get to know him better. What do we mainly do? I don't like that guy. I'm going to avoid him. I'm going to make sure other people know my position on him, etc. So, yeah. So, yeah. I don't like that guy. Need to get to know him better. Bonding. So what's Lincoln saying? Yeah. I don't really know him, so I don't have a basis to say I don't like him. But anyway, that's off on a tangent. We're 15 minutes in. Let's see if there's anything else on the hit parade for today. So a good red letter one from Darren Hardy. Life, will it get easier? No, it's not going to get easier. We are going to get better in handling difficult, complex situations. That's the point. And Daily Stoic goes along with that motivation, talking about Marcus Aurelius observing on a cold morning, do I really want to get out of bed? Well, yeah, I was built, born for the hard things in life, not to be under my covers. So that's I'm gonna get to the business of being a person, a man of who I am. Seth Godin has a long one today. We don't really have time for that, but it's down below. Down below. Jordan Peterson, very good one. Self-consciousness. Yeah. So this is all in the worksheet down below. Please click on the link. What link? Go down below. So the link to the worksheet is on our website, gschool-u.com, lovethyneighbor-usa.com, glowupacademy-usa.com, on our websites, on LinkedIn, Love Thy Neighbor, on LinkedIn. So we've got it available everywhere. That's where the experts are. That's where the magic happens, the worksheet. This is just coming together, daily routine, building better habits, just getting a little shot of feeling good. So we've got dopamine coming here, releasing dopamine. Oh, I got to get on the podcast and we're dopamine, a little bit of oxytocin, spending a little bit of time with people we know, probably a lot of cortisol. Oh, I'd rather be under my covers right now, sleeping, or I've got more important things to do. True, but it doesn't get any easier. We just get better. So I'm going to say and cut, and cut, and cut.